Usually female dating coaches will actually say women are just better to go to, period, when it comes to dating coaching because, the advice for women, it's better, and then the advice you get from men, they don't, it's not as good, right? They'll just kind of phrase it this way.
Yeah.
Now, there's some who, like you, will say, well, you should go to men,
Yeah.
right, if you're a woman, because they're going to read men better.
Absolutely.
Or you should go to a woman if you're a man, because they're going to read women better, right? But here's the problem that comes up, is that women are way worse at holding elongated relationships with each other than men are with each other.
With friendships?
Friendships.
So what does that have to do with relationships?
Well, that's what's interesting, right? Is like everything, all of these aspects are interpersonal. So it just means interpersonal dynamics, right?
Correct. Yeah,
so
I love that.
A friendship is still it's an interpersonal dynamic.
Yeah.
And friendships actually take, in some cases, more work than a relationship.
My longest right now, I just messaged with her over 20 years.
Right. But what I'm saying is like men.
But I agree with that. I think that you should look at what are your relationships.
But if men do generally better in interpersonal relationships than women do, shouldn't men and women both go to men for relationship advice?
I think it just depends on the person.
They're better interpersonal relationships with women and men for friendships.
I mean, we're not going to go down on the street and just grab any man and be like, help me with my dating advice. Like, I think it just depends on, if the guy's good, he's good. If the girl's good, she's good.
I think that
what are you looking for?
One of the best pieces of advice is in modernity for men, right?
Yeah.
And you can love this or hate this, is that generally speaking, taking advice from women about anything is a terrible idea. Basically, always a terrible idea, and it's almost.
What women are you around? Who hurt you?
See what I mean? Like that, like the feminist comes out right away, right? So who hurt you? The idea of who hurt you comes down to your blanket idea, your psychological training of trauma, right? You assume that there must be some trauma. There's not trauma. It's just pattern recognition. Now, you'll find this trend with women, right? The second you say, you make a claim that they think is effective women as a category, instant trauma response. Must be trauma. Who hurt you?
There's that
what happened to you?
Emotional.
What is this thing that triggered this, right? And it's like, actually, there doesn't always have to be a thing. In fact, there most often isn't. You can just use logic and reason to assess the situations around you based around the social relationships people have and determine that women usually give really fucking bad advice, especially to each other. But men, generally speaking, especially older men, tend to give really good advice, and they usually tend to solicit it, right, only when you're asked them for it, and it's usually pretty good. Women often will give advice nobody fucking asked for, right? Nobody asked for it, they don't care about it, but they can't wait to give it to you. So it's like, what I see with the pattern is that generally speaking, women give terrible advice to women and men tend to give, especially if they're older men, fairly good advice to the people who ask them for advice. That's just what I see as a trend.